Hello! It's Friday, the 20th of February, 2026. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about the countdown to the checkered flag. 27 full days left. And we're commiserating by competing in multiple series, and it is multiple series this evening. And this is part 22 of that mini series. We've got Massiage Gamer in the chat on the YouTube side, says, hello, dude. Hello back, sir. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. And Virtual Medical Ayaka says, you are streaming today. Yeah, because I didn't stream on Tuesday, so I'm making up. I'm putting things right. So yes, because I didn't stream on Tuesday, I'm streaming this evening. There we go. Balance in the books. Right, okay, let's get the game on screen. Oh, look at that. A little bit of a message first. So this actually came through, I think, on Tuesday, actually. Might have been Wednesday. Whenever it was 30 days. Right, so it says, Dear Racer, this is a reminder that we say goodbye in 30 days. Indeed we do. Thank you for staying with us. Kind of had no choice. All the other games are rubbish. As a token of appreciation, 1,000 gold and a few cars they've put have been added to your account. It says a few cars, so surely it's have, not has. Just saying. Just saying. I got the 1,000 gold. I didn't see any new cars added. I think that was a little bit of a, well, if they haven't got it, we'll give them it. But if they have got it, we don't care. But there we go. Yeah. So we have had a reward at 60 days. We've had a reward at 30 days. Will there be any more? Does it look as if we'll have a reward at, say, I don't know, 15 days? 20 days? 10 days? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up just to let you know. If you haven't looked in for a few days, might be worthwhile checking in and getting that reward. Dragon Edits 10 enters the chat. Welcome along. Says, bro, I love Real Racing 3. Yeah, I'm sorry. It must hurt. It must hurt. I do apologise. Me too, to be fair. But yeah, it's coming to the end. It's coming to the end. It's coming to the end. Now, I have actually, because of that 1,000 gold, got quite a number of cars upgraded, and therefore quite a number of series to compete in tonight, which, yeah, whoopee, yay. So I'm going to actually start off with the McLaren Artura GT4, which is in the motorsport section. And you might be asking, but Tony, you said you were focusing on road collection. I am. The reason why this has come up is two reasons. One, motorsports cars are very easy to instantly service. You just spend M dollars. Not into spending gold, but okay spending M dollars. The second reason is the McLaren Artura GT4 has its own exclusive series in the road collection side, and it's coming to the point where it's the cheapest car left to fully upgrade. So I thought it was worthwhile doing. Not quite there, but almost. Lost my way now, haven't I? There we go. Right, so let's go to a Race for Glory. Currently sits at 87%. We're at tier 18 and we've got a cup. We've got the motorcycle course at Daytona International Speedway. So 5 laps. Car will need servicing after this, but that's fine. It's free and it's instant. Couple of comments in the chat. I'll read these out before I start racing. Dragon Edits 10 says, I actually got my interest in F1 and Le Mans from Real Racing 3. I am absolutely saddened by their decision. Bless you. Bless you. Ozil enters the chat, says, hey man, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I am indeed, sir. I hope you are too. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Dragon Edit says, true live streaming. I absolutely love this. Very good. Enjoy the fun. By the way, rubbish at this game, just so you know. So there might be a bit of crashing. There might be the odd swear word. But lots of fun had along the way. Oh. See what I mean? Oh. That being said, with 5 laps, 11th I think is okay. They're a bit crazy, these computer opponents sometimes. There we go, into 7th. Feeling confident. I'll tell you what, I've not got used to this car, have I? Right, so what I figured out already is this car hasn't got the best brakes. I seem to remember the ARTURA being even worse than this version. Anyway, there we go, we're into 4th. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think the brakes are the worst part of this car. That's fine, we can adapt, adjust, and make allowances for it, hopefully, fingers crossed. I braked too late there. Oh, so close. So, you know, it's a shame because that is one of the things I really like about this game, how all the cars react differently in terms of braking, acceleration, grip, and obviously top speed. It's funny, in terms of the games I've been testing, I didn't pick up on any of that. Okay, so I might be stuck in 4th if I'm not careful. Looks like 3rd and 2nd, sorry, 2nd and 1st have shot off into the distance, and I'm 200 yards behind 3rd with 3 laps to go after this. Back markers might come into play though, so we might be okay. Back markers do tend to slow the leading pack down, so hopefully that will be the case. There we go, a little bit better braking around there. Let's see if we can do the same again. We are slowly now catching up on 3rd. From here on in, I just need to get an overtake of 1 car per lap to win the race. There we go, we have caught up to 3rd. We just need to be a little bit patient, know the weakness of the car and the fact that everybody else has the same problem because they'll be driving the same car. As long as we keep that in mind, we should be okay. Ooh, I'll tell you what, he was flying through there. Nevertheless, we're up into 3rd, that's okay. Even if we don't get 3rd, at least, 1st, sorry, at least we get to open up the next tier. Above all things, that is critical. To see a few people in the chat this evening. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. So penultimate lap, I do see second inside. Feel like I haven't quite got the pace to overtake both second and first though. So I do need a helping hand from those back markers, I feel. Now again, I do follow some guidelines, even though the game doesn't necessarily enforce these. So one guideline, try not to crash your car. Guideline 2, don't go off track. Guideline 3, don't crash into any of the other cars if you can. In guideline 4, no shortcuts, generally speaking. The guidelines, not rules, because sometimes I do accidentally or on purpose break them. So we've got one lap to get 2 cars. That's a big ask. I think I might get second though. There we go. Oh. As I said, it's a big ask to get first though, I reckon. Although we are catching up on back markers, this might be, this is going to work to my advantage. Here we go. There we go, into first. Just a little nudge out the way as well. As I said, it's more of a guideline than a hard and fast rule. And there we go. Do you know what? It's good back playing this game after the last couple of days. Man, those games were frustrating. Although I did enjoy Grid Autosports. That's probably the best out of the 4 games I've played this week as alternatives to Real Racing 3. There we go, first place. First place, there we go. Not bad, not bad. Right, let's have a look at the chat. So we've got Virtual Medical Dr. Ayaka says, well, there we go. Says, I've just opened the game. They've given me 2,000 gold. Well, you've done better than me. I only got 1,000. Jeez. Do you know what? I do feel like Ozil. I feel like I've been cheated. But well done, Ayaka. 2,000 gold. That's good. Dragon Edit says, you got a brake late, but use the ideal racing line. It can really help. Don't oversteer your car. Good advice. Thank you very much. Says, is this an IndyCar track or NASCAR? Good question. Indianapolis? Is it Indy? Oh no, it's not Indy, is it? It's not Indianapolis. It's the other one, isn't it? I don't know is the honest answer. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a mixture of both. Goes on to say, I love this game. He is a gem of gaming. Ozil says, I am thinking about reinstalling the game to see if they gave me my Rimac Nevera. There we go. Back into the conversation. Comes Ozil, letting everybody know he never did get his Rimac Nevera. Dragon Edits says, you drive good. Well, thank you very much. Can we play together, bro? I don't know how we can do that in this game anymore. They killed the online multiplayer tournament. But never mind. Anyway, there we go. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna carry on with this car. I might come back to it a bit later on. So we've done 15 minutes worth of racing. I think I will need to come back to it. Now, as always, my intention is to do a 2-hour stream of racing. But there we go. That is tier 18 completed. First place in the Daytona International Speedway. It was the motorcycle course. Now, I guess the clue's in the title there that normally it is used by motorcycles. But hey, there we go. So we'll come back to that. We're going to go on to another car. Now, I think this will be one of my favourite cars in the game. And it was one of the last cars added to the game. But again, with the I wish I'd have got 2,000 gold. I wish I'd have got 2,000 gold. But in regards to Season 5, we're going to have a go at the Hyperdrive season with the McLaren Solus GT. I used the rest of the 1,000 gold gifted, to not fully upgrade this car, but to upgrade it enough so I can complete the series it is in. And that is what I intend to do. A lot of love in the chat tonight. It's good to see. Oh, I've got something on my face there. Yeah, bit of tissue. Sorry about that. Right, so we've got Massiage Gamer saying you are the best. Well, I don't know about that, but thank you very much for the support. Very much appreciated. Ozil says, Ozil says, Mr. Christmas plays way better than this guy. You missed him, but that guy is the GOAT. This guy is average. Now, if you do want to see Father Christmas, you need to see my Christmas special. And then you'll see the GOAT. Well said, Ozil. Well said. Dragon Edit says, I don't know, but his kindness led me here. Oh, that's very good. I like the chat. The chat is good. Right, okay. So we're going to do 5 laps around Circuit de Catalunya, Grand Prix circuit, with the McLaren Solus GT. Problem with road collection cars is you can't really service them immediately, and obviously when you're streaming you can't really play ads. It's not very entertaining playing ads. So what it means is we'll complete this series over 3 streams. So we'll be back on Monday and Tuesday. But I like this car. I do enjoy this car. So let's see how we get on. It's been a while since I've driven it, so might take me a lap just to get used to it. Oh, listen to that noise. Now that's a car. I mean, to be fair, it sounds more like Formula 1 than a road car, but there you go. Wait, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Grips beautifully. Into 9. We'll take that. I'm staying on the outside. Oh. On the inside now. Ooh. A little bit wide there. Into 4th. Or maybe back in 5th. Oh, I'm liking this car. This is a good car to have fun with. Look at that. Already into 2nd. Stay out of the way, I can see him there. Back into 3rd, not a problem. I'll get him on the next lap if I don't get him by the end of this lap. Oh. As I said, there are more guidelines than hard and fast rules. There we go, into 2nd place, 4 laps to go. One car left to overtake. Right on the tail. Three laps to go, one car to overtake. There we go, nice and easy. Into first place. I tell you what, I enjoy racing this car. This is a good car to race. We might have a look inside. I'll do that while I'm going down the straight. Oh dear. A little bit late in the braking there. And again. Getting a bit too confident with this car. Okay, 2 laps to go, first place, 200 yards ahead is second. I forgot to put go inside. Whoops days, I'll do that on the next lap. Now, I'll tell you one of the big issues I have with some of the other cars. And that is you can only put your finger on a very specific place to either brake or accelerate. And yes, you can then move that place. But you see where, you can see by the fact the brake and the accelerator come on, how I've got my fingers sorted out. I was having to drive in a very different way to how I'm used to with these games. Oh dear, I braked way too late there. Okay. There we go. It's actually very simple inside, to be fair. But there we go, final lap. It's been very enjoyable racing this car again. Yes, I was on the grass. That's better. There we go, first place. Very enjoyable to race this car. First place. Dragon Edits says, Edits 10 says, can you race F1 cars, please? Playing hands and crying eyes. Well, let me take that under advisement. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. I can't do it immediately. I've got a schedule to keep to, but I'll bear it in mind. I will bear it in mind, and if we've got a bit of time, I'll include a race with F1. We've got Mikhail Mistel in the chat. Welcome along. Says, good evening. I love the group of I guess the roar of that car, or is it the look of that car? Whatever you said, I agree with both. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's not my favourite car in the game, but I reckon this might be in my top 10. It might be in my top 10 cars of the game. And ironically, it was one of the last cars to be added. Bit of a shame. Right, there we go. Service it. So that's it for today. But this car will be back on Monday. The series will be back on Monday. That was fun. I did enjoy that. Okay, so we've raced in 2 series. I will go back to the other series, and in addition, we've still got 3 series to go. So up to this point, no money earned, but all that might be about to change. Michael Mistel says in regards to the McLaren, he was on about the grip. Yes, the grip is good too, very much so. Absolutely. Yeah, good car. Very much enjoyable. Right, okay. All the way across to the exclusive series. So overall, we've got at the moment road collection at 95% and the exclusive series at 89%. As I said, with the 1,000 gold, I was able to fully upgrade the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. I'll be perfectly honest, the XX is so much better than that car. You'll find out a bit later. I won't be doing it first, but it will be coming up. It's not good at grip and not particularly good at brakes, to be fair. But the XX, a far superior car. First, we're going to do the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE. And we are at 23%. If we go above 25, we get 10 gold. And I think I'm going to focus on, let's have a look what we've got. So that's Porsche, that's Daytona. No, Le Mans, Silverstone. Okay, I'm going to focus on doing a couple of eliminations and then I'll do one of the cups. So first up, we've got Hockenheimring, the short circuit at Hockenheimring. Take me time. This car again is not the best at grip. Into 5th. Should be able to sneak into 4th. There we go. Okay, see, there you go. There's the slide. There's that lack of grip this car has. Forcing my way through into 3rd. Go into 2nd. 5 cars remain in the battle. Make that 4. Pushing on through into first. So hopefully we should earn our first goal of the evening. We go, first place. John enters the chat, waves his big pink hand, saying hello. Hello, John. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera off just for a moment. Back in a second. And I'm back. Boom. Right. Hopefully, 10 gold earned. Okie dokie. There we go. Tier 6 elimination around the East Circuit of Suzuka. They already out to last place, into 5th. I reckon we'll be okay here. There we go, into 3rd. Oh yeah. Whoop, little bit slide. Back into 3rd. Back into 2nd. Yep. We're a little bit slidey through this section of the track. Or the lap. There we go. Man, that was so easy. Right, there we go. First place is mine. And obviously, being a Friday, we've got 200% fame, which is good, and we've got that all the way through until Sunday. So I think I will be going up a couple of fame levels over the weekend. Okay, let's have a look at what else we've got. So we've got Tier 9 elimination at the National Circuit at Silverstone. I think I'll do this, and then we'll do a cup. We'll finish off with a cup with this car. It's behaving itself this evening. As I said, it's not the best in regards to grip. There we go, already into 5th. Hey, did you see that? That was awesome. That was almost 4 abreast. Fantastic, all the way from 4th to 1st. What a move. Hey, definitely on the podium. 2 cars left in the battle. I'm only less than 100 yards ahead of second, so gotta keep my focus. But there we go. That's the win. That's the win. There we go. All right, let's now do a cup. Finish off with a long cup. I have probably got durability to do another elimination, but I've already got my reward. So let's do a cup. We are 40 minutes into the stream, so still plenty of time left yet. What shall we do? That's 5 laps. Let's do is it Silverstone Grand Prix? Yeah. Silverstone Grand Prix 4 laps should be okay to get first. So John says, what games will you be paying so I may download them? Well, you will find out on Wednesday. So the Wednesday will be the stream where I say it'll be more than one game. So out of 6 games, I'm going to select 2 to play. So I think going forward, what will happen is I'll actually be playing at least 2 different games a week. Alongside that, my original goal was to be doing all sorts of different games. So there'll be other games being streamed as well. Mainly to do with my Steam account, and PC. Want to say as well, thank you very much to everyone that's commented on the videos, made recommendations. Been very much appreciated. In terms of the way I play, obviously it is a work in progress, never perfection. Shouldn't need to say that by now. So yeah, so keep an eye for that stream next Wednesday. In fairness, at the end of last night's stream, I did basically give a summary of what I thought the best 2 games were out of the 6 that I've played. So if you watch the end of that stream, you'll know. But if you want to not look, then I shall reveal all on Wednesday. Right, so we're at the end of lap 1. I'm in 5th place. 3 laps to go. 4 cars to overtake. I reckon I've got quite a good chance of completing this race at this moment in time in 1st place. I think I do need to get at least 1 more car on this lap though. But this might be it. There we go. Just a little bit of a rub there. Rubs are allowed. There we go, 3rd place, catching up to 2nd, might not be able to get them on this lap, but definitely looking good I think for the win. And again I might. There we go, into 2nd. What a great lap. Oh. First place at the moment is holding their own. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Yes, there we go. Into 1st place. And I've still got 1 lap to go. Oh, there you go. There's an example of that grip not being quite so good on this car. Nothing to do with the driver. It's all the car's fault. Oopsie daisy. Okay, there we go. That is the end of lap 3. 1 more lap to go. And that will be the end then of this car and this series for today. But both will return on Monday. Oops, daisy. Oh, there we go. Not so good there. Off track. Here we go. A bit messy last lap, but still good enough to get first. John Rogers says, won't be able to download Grid Autosport. Sorry. Yeah, I don't blame you on that one if it's costing money. In terms of testing, I did it with the free version, the custom edition version. And then I think when it comes to playing it, my intention is to play it on my PC. And I think I've already got it in my Steam account. So I fully understand if you don't want to basically purchase a game. Fully understand that. Definitely not normally the mobile gaming way. But we'll be able to do the other game, I'm sure. That's free to download. Right, there we go. So that is another series completed with for today. As I said, it will be back on Monday, both the car and the series. Bridget Sunel says, I saw in Google Play, on the Google Play Store, some company is making Real Racing free. It's pre-register. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for that. Maybe it's, was it Real Racing Next or Real Racing 4? I am aware both of those games were in beta with EA, but maybe they'll just sell them on. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Interesting news though, that one. Lifestyle Motivation says, been playing this game for almost 9 years. Sad to see it go. Thanks for giving it a good send-off tribute. Well, I try my best. Thank you very much for the comment in the chat and watching the stream. Very much appreciated. Right, next up, now I have enjoyed racing this car, the Ferrari 499P. You get the impression, though, the car itself is a bit of a hybrid. So the engine noise is fantastic as soon as you start it off, but then you can hear the electricity kick in with the whirring noise, and my heart sinks. I'm not a big fan of hybrid racing cars. Bring back the petrol cars. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's still a good car to drive. I just prefer the old style petrol cars. Tier 2 then, Autocross at Mount Panorama. Now I do believe this is the longest autocross, at least in regards to time, but even with this car, it's quite long, 40 seconds. But again, it gives an indication of how fast this car is, because it's quite often over a minute to complete this particular autocross. Now you can hear it, can't you? You can hear the hum of the engine being drowned out at the highest speeds by the whir of the electricity. There it goes. I don't think I'm going to do it, No. There we go. I was nowhere near on that. Nowhere near. It wasn't even close. Aaron C. John enters the chat briefly, says, Hello and bye. I've got an exam tomorrow. Hello and goodbye. Thank you for just popping in. Lifestyle Motivation says, so you prefer motorsports or road collection? I would say road collection because it was originally what Real Racing 3 was all about. Real cars around racetracks. So yeah, road collection. I don't have a problem with motorsports, hence why I'm racing the motorsports cars, but my focus in terms of trying to hit 100% completion has been road collection. Let's do what's going on there. Come on. There you go. Right. Apparently I've got to be at least 3 seconds quicker. Oh, maybe not. Okay, that's a lot better. Might do it this time. There we go. Fortunately, because they provided me slower competitors to complete against, I got first that time. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Abdullah enters the chat, says, Miss NASCAR. Fair enough. I don't think NASCAR was in everybody's game. I've got NASCAR. I think also some Australian car series were missing from some people's games. Again, another example of licensing problems that this game has had in the past. 79% on to Tier 4. It's Speed Snap around the motorcycle course at Daytona. Here we go, first place again. Boom. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. 3,000 $. Tier 4 completed 81%. Oh, there we go. On to tier 8, drag race. And these can be problems. Let's see how we get on. There we go. First place. Okay, well, that technically guarantees third place. 2 more races to go. This is for second place. That was a good victory. Here we go, first. There we go. Under 9 seconds, unlike second place there. Won't have earned a lot in terms of fame from that, but it all helps. It all helps. So that is first place. That's tier 8 completed. On to tier 11, and we've got an autocross at Lime Rock Park, and it's at night. Why? I've never understood the night races in this game. At least the car has lights. There we go, first place. I was a little bit worried that I hadn't, but it might have been touch and go. Won by 0.4 seconds and a bit. First place. Abdullah says, don't you think EA really capitalized on this game? I mean, we couldn't really enjoy it without much money. Well, I haven't spent a penny in this game. And again, that was the model they were going for. So for those that remember, Real Racing 2 was a game that you had to buy. So they went down the different pricing model simply because they thought there was the opportunity of the in-purchase model or the in-game purchases. Now, I know a lot of people have spent money in the game. I personally haven't. What I have spent is a lot of time. So one of the complaints when this game first came out was the fact that you had to graft to earn gold, basically, or R dollars at the beginning. In other words, so that you had enough money to upgrade the cars, you just had to repeat races even if you'd got first place. Now, for those that have been watching my stream, I've not had to do any of that over the last 18 months. So I do think it depends whereabouts you are in the game. But it's more of a case you kind of have to persevere and pick and choose the races you're going to say do over and over again to earn you fame and gold. As I said, haven't spent a penny in the game, and it might be because of that revenue was down for the company overall. I mean, again, one of the other revenue streams this company had were the adverts. Those companies would have been paying EA so they could have adverts in the game. So have they been able to capitalize on the game? I think they will have obviously had lots of earnings, but then counteracting that, unfortunately, I suspect they've had loads of costs, lots of license fees, and not just for cars, but also for tracks as well. So I think at the end, I think what's happened at some point in the past, they thought they were earning a shed load of money, and so they've decided to go out and pay maybe excessive prices for license fees on cars, on tracks, and then obviously the money's dried up and they've found themselves making a loss, I suspect. Might be wrong, but I think so. Abdullah goes on to say, fact, that's just great perseverance and dedication from you. I try my best. I try my best. Abjit Sunil says, I bought VIP treatment for 2 cars in the past. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. I can't. It's a little bit harsh for me to say that because you've done it. But yeah, yeah. 87%. Tier 12 done. On to tier 13. Autocross at the road course at Daytona. Now, in fairness, this is another long one. This is 40-second, a 40-second race. But the difference with this, in terms of time, is this is faster. Most of the course is so much faster than Mount Panorama, which is at least a good third going up a hill. I say hill, I suppose it should be mounted, but well, you know what I mean. Going up rather than down takes a lot longer to go up. And then this might be a big ask. Yeah, I'm not going to do it, am I? There we go. Another one I've not got first at. In fact, I'm only fourth. So let's do that again then. Okay. Top racer there's come down a second. So if I can improve by a second, I should take first place. Felt like I was right on the edge there. Here we go, that time in the 40 seconds might not have been enough to get first the first time round, but was enough to get first on second attempt. Okay, what's next? This is for 60 gold if I take this series to 100%. I will be sad to see the back of the Ferrari 499P. Tier 14 Speed Snap at the road course at Indianapolis Speedway. Okay, so this is one of those where the corner, you've got to get in there slowly and then accelerate out as early as possible. There we go, first by 3 miles per hour. That was pretty good, that was pretty good. So we're 1 hour 5 minutes into the stream, and we've got this series to complete and then another series to race in. So it's looking like we're back to having 2 hours worth of racing across multiple series. That's good to see. Just need another 1,000. I should have had another 1,000 gold given to me though. So I'm gonna have a look afterwards if there's a way. Oh, I've got a cup to do. Well, we'll have to come back to that one. So I've got 2 there, 2 there. Okay, so from tiers 18 to 20, they're quick races. So we'll get these ones done, and then we'll finish off with the cup. 208 miles per hour. There we go, so easy. The confidence comes from the grip of this car. It's good to race with a grippy car, I always say. And if I have actually never said that before, I'm saying it now. There we go. That is the speed snap in tier 18 completed. Autocross at the Nürburgring at the Grand Prix circuit. Might be touch and go. Ooh. There we go. First place by a couple tenths of a second, I'd say. There you go. 0.15 of a second even. Right, there we go. So that's autocross done at tier 18. That's tier 18 completed. Abdullah says, I really wish they had the option of custom tracks, free roam, and car selection to use. I don't know what EM is. It EM? But I do like the idea, like, of having a quick race where you can choose the car, or even maybe go to your garage and say, race this car and choose a track that you can race it on. That I think that would be cool. Definitely, that is one area of improvement that I think a lot of people would have liked to have seen, but it's all a bit too late now. Never mind. Drag race at tier 19. I mean, it's funny, you know, when having now played these other games, you do see some of the stuff in Real Racing 3 that maybe you've taken for granted that the other games don't have. It's all a bit late now, though. Okay, this is for first place. We've done all right on drag races so far. Shouldn't have said that. I had to say it, didn't I? I spoke way too soon there. I'm going to try that again because I do think I had a terrible start. Oh, so close. One more go. No, it's not happening, is it? We'll end it there, and we'll do the other one, and then we'll come back and do that one. So we've got a second there. Just happen quite often with drag races when you're playing online. We'll do the speed snap first at the Grand Prix circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. we go. 148 miles per hour. That is first place. Abdullah says, exactly. Especially the licenses and championships are taken for granted. Only a fistful of games have such a wide variety of authentic racing experience. Well, one of the things I did notice, in fairness, about Real Racing 3 is it is more of an arcade simulator than a uh, out and out simulator. We did play a couple of simulators, and they're just not that forgiving as Real Racing 3 is. Again, I just think it's down to preference, what people like and what they don't like. And I don't think there's a comparable game out there for Real Racing 3, unfortunately. So we're all just going to have to slum it until a proper replacement comes out. Okay, won that one easily. Can we do second at least? Yes is the answer to that. On to first. Now, I'm pretty sure this was the guy that beat me last time. So it's not looking good. And again. Oh! Hey, you can't get much closer than that. Look at that. I'm just not quite good enough. Definitely not good enough there. So I've only got second there. That's not good, is it? That's not good. Right, so let's see what we can do here. So 2 and S8. Right. Stuck, aren't I? That was a good start, though. That was a good start. There we go. There we go. I was actually slower. Just how it happens. So Abdullah goes, so yes, cutting corners, collisions have hardly any consequences. It kind of depends on what it is that you're racing in. In the series, the answer to that is no. In the weekly time trial, the answer to that was yes. So it does depend. And ironically, on endurance, specifically endless endurance, you do have to cut corners to actually achieve. That's what I mean. Sometimes there's a strategy element to Real Racing 3, which I don't think really exists normally in racing games. That's kind of why I like it. Or another reason why I like it. Right, so we've got tier 17. The Cup race, it's at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. It's 6 laps. 6 laps. And we are 1 hour, 17 minutes into this stream. Yeah, so we're doing good. And Abdullah says absolutely, yes. Exactly, there you go. Good to hear people agreeing. Doesn't always happen. Okay, so where are we? We, always around the outside on that first corner, are in 14th position, made that 13th. Now here, I just like to tuck in, because they go crazy down here. Look at these guys, they're going to smash into each other. Oof, so close. Oh, and I've gone off track. Oh, that's cost me. But they can be quite aggressive, some of these computer opponents. So I'm in 12. That's not brilliant. But look at these guys. They're right on each other's tails. I've got to be careful. They'll just knock me off. That's one past. I get a couple here. There we go. All the way up into 8. Oh, hello. What's happened there? Oh. It's something weird has just happened there. I've never seen that before. It's actually dropped off the connection. That's weird. Let's do that again. There we go. Never seen that before. Obviously, I crashed while looking. We'll carry on racing though. It's all just a bit of fun, remember. So I've got a bit of work to do. So I'm only in 13th position. Oh. Lights turning off there. That spooked me. Right, no cheating, so I'm not cutting across the grass. That might come back to bite me. So I'm only in 12th place after lap 1. Still in 12th place. So I've got 5 laps to go, and well, now 10 cars to overtake. So I really do need to get my foot down, start making inroads in terms of these positions. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Eighth place. Seven. Here you go, into 6. Okay, so 4 laps to go, 5 cars to overtake. All of a sudden, we're back in the mix, I'd say. I can see 5th, 4th and 3rd just ahead as well. There you go. There's 5th. Fifth. It's 4. Behind the tail. Surely third is mine, yes? If I can stay on track, which I can't, so it's not. Pushed a bit too hard there. Okay, so we've got 3 laps to go, including this one. 2 cars to overtake. However, seconds a little... Oh dear, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh dear. Well, let's just mess that up. I was about to say seconds a few hundred yards ahead. I'm going to have to push here, you know. If I want to win this, 60 gold is on the table here. Okay, there we go, back in the race, right behind second. I was at one point on that lap, 400 yards behind second. So we've got 2 laps to go, 2 cars to overtake. I think we're back in it. I think we are back in it. There you go, there you go, there you go, into second. It's been a bit of a mixed bag of a race, but we're now challenging for first. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Going to lose from here. So here we go, this is the last time we'll be racing this car. Not over yet, I keep making mistakes like that. So we're still pushing. We're still pushing. One more lap. Final lap. In first place, albeit only just. Hey, there we go. Oh, it looks like the old Apple AirPlay is playing up. Got a bit of latency in the game. Spend half the time off the track, no other reason. and on the grass again. All over the place. Go. First place, long race. Boom. Abdullah says Spa is my favourite track. That's good to hear. It's not a bad track. Not a bad one at all. Says, gotta go. Really sleepy. What a nice, friendly person you are. Best wishes, and I hope your channel grows more. We'll definitely watch more streams. Good night. Well, thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your rest of your night or evening and the weekend as well. Same goes for the rest of you, although hopefully most of you are still watching. Josu says, hello, Guardian. Hello back, sir. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. There we go. Car needs servicing. And also the series is completed, hopefully. Fingers crossed. 100%, 100,000 $100,000. More importantly, gold. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay. So that is another series completed. We've actually been racing for just under an hour and a half. So we've only got half an hour left to complete the final series. Well, not complete it, racing it, which I guess is a given. I guess. So 89% still for exclusive. Have we gone up at all? Road collection? No, still 95%. Told you it would slow down. It's a shame. Never mind. Right, okay. So up next, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. So I think we'll do the same again. Couple of elimination events and then a cup, if there is elimination events. Ah, there we go. I might just do elimination events for this one. Let's just do that. I'm expecting there to be either 4 or 5 elimination events. So this is at Catalonia. It's not the Grand Prix circuit. But this is the problem with this car is it just doesn't stick to the road. Then again, some might argue what car does when I'm driving them. Okay, we've definitely got a podium position. Let's see if we can make that a first. So 200 yards ahead of second. Oh dear. Oh dear. Fortunately, it doesn't stick to brick walls either. Or the barriers. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm struggling with this car at the moment. I think I would. There you go. I still managed to get first place. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. There we go. I'm not going to go for fame level though this evening, which is a shame, but you know, we should have some more gold. Thing is, I'm not sure what to do with the gold now. So I might just hold off spending the gold and make a call later or beginning of next week where I spend the gold next. Right. My lips are getting dry. Need a bit more water. So we've got elimination at the club circuit at Dubai. You go into first, sort of. Okay. There we go. There's a lot going on inside this car. Okay, 4 cars left in the battle. We are in first place, ahead by 100 yards. Right, 25%. Let's have a look, see if we've got any more elimination races. There we go, tier 16. It's at the club circuit of the Circuit of Americas. Always around the outside, stay out of trouble at that first corner. We're in third place. Take our time now, overtaking the remaining two cars. Go into second. Nice quick lap, this one. There we go, first place. Oh dear. Maybe not now. Guaranteed a podium. There's two of us now left in the battle. 200 yards ahead of second. Off track again. Difficult car, this one. Difficult car. First place. Don't know what I was waiting for then. No idea. Right, so. Any more eliminations to do? There we go. Is that the last one? So the last elimination is Laguna Seca. Let's give this a go, see if we can get first again. So we're 1 hour 40 minutes into the stream, 20 minutes left of racing. This might be a hard one, only in 5th place at this moment in time. In 4th place. Whoops, daisy. Oh, I'm in last place. I was for a second there. Oh dear. Second place. Right on the tail of first, but I'll tell you what, I've only got 20 seconds to overtake him. Oh, look at that, second place. Second place. Oh. No, that's it. That's the end of that car for today. So there we go. So I did say I might come back to the motorsports, GT4 racing. Oh, I know what am I doing? Where is it? There we are. So back to Race for Glory. We've got 15 minutes. Not entirely sure I've got 15 minutes to be able to complete it, but we'll see how far we can get. So, Tier 19, we'll start with a head-to-head at Mount Panorama. Oh, hello. Let's instantly service the McLaren Artura GT4. $26,550. I don't mind that. Never use gold, would be my advice, ever. Let's see how we get on. 15 minutes, I think, is equivalent to a tier. So 3 races, and then we'll be at the 2-hour mark. I think we'll call it a day there. Well, I'm not doing very well here. Oh. And then we go into the lead. Admittedly, you could argue that was because I ate him out of the way. That's a fair comment. Wasn't my intention. As so many things are in this game. But we are in the lead. There we go. That is first place. Yay. We've had a few people subscribe tonight on the YouTube side, so thank you very much, everyone who's done that. Very much appreciated. And obviously, thank you very much to everyone that had subscribed before. It's always very much appreciated. The channel kind of continues to grow in a strange sort of way. So yeah, thank you. Right. Elimination. Now, I tell you what, the three cars in front seem to be racing each other. Let's see if I can catch them. Being quite aggressive towards each other as well. Whoops. Well, at least we're on the tail of third now. Okay, so third place, 4 cars left in the race. It's proving to be quite hard to overtake first and second. And yeah, now I am last one. Need to do an overtake. That hasn't happened. Ooh. There we go. Whoopsie-daisy. And that's how you do it. That is how you win if you can't win. There we go. First place. $11,800 as all eliminations are. Either $11,800 or our dollars. Look at that. The car almost needs servicing. We're at 1 hour 50 minutes. I'm sorry to who was it? Dragon Edits 10. Probably not going to have a chance to do an F1 race today. But you never know, one might be able to do one in the future. So we're going to finish off with the Cup in Tier 19. It's road course at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's 5 laps. We'll call it a day after this. Obviously, this series will be back on Monday. We will have multiple series to race in. It will be 4 at the very least. It might be 5 or even 6. Well, that's a good start, straight down the middle. Got to stay out of trouble. Oh dear. Did you see that? Did you see that? I tell you, the computer opponents are so aggressive, they'll knock each other out the way or even just bang into objects that don't move, like the brick wall or the barriers. So I've managed to find myself in 3rd place already. Hey, that second, I wasn't even trying. Good test of this car's grip. Can we fly around this slow turn without releasing the acceleration? There we are. So I have said this car's grip isn't the best, but it's still good enough to get around that corner. Although I do actually think, to be fair, the weakest part of this car are the brakes. There we go. Second lap, second place, 3 laps to go after this. Neck and neck. Oh. Aggressive. I'll be aggressive back. Okay, there we go. That is first place on lap 3. Over 100 yards ahead of second now. 2 more laps to go. Let's bring this home and complete tier 19, leaving just tier 20 for Monday. Ultimate lap. Final lap, 600 yards ahead of second. At marker caught and overtaken. There we go, final race of today. Sitting at 170 gold. I'm going to do my best not to spend it until Monday. But we'll see. We'll see how much I get over the weekend, and then we'll make a call. The only reason why I say we'll see, because if I do spend it elsewhere, there's an opportunity of applying some hard dollar upgrades, which obviously take a bit of time. So I need to get them on and then get them applied as quickly as possible. So videos to quickly reduce the time down. But we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Right, service the car. There we go. So what have we done this evening? Well, we're just coming up to the 2-hour mark of racing within Real Racing 3. We started off with Race for Glory. We've just got tier 20 to do. Now look at that, 70.2, and the car is at 69.9. So I would have had to apply another upgrade, which I do actually have. So it wouldn't have been a big deal. So I also need to bear that in mind. I do need to apply another upgrade to the McLaren Artura GT4 anyway, if I wanted to complete the series, which, as I said, I'll do on Monday. And that car is on its way to being fully upgraded to open up an exclusive series that it's in. In regards to road collection, we've taken season 5 to 91% because we did a race in hyperdrive. That now sits at 96%, and we've got 2 races to do in that. And also that series, that car will be back on Monday. And we've got 2 exclusive series open at the moment. We'll be taking both of those to 50% on Monday's stream. And we've completed the Ferrari 499p exclusive series. Now you can see I've not got a lot of exclusive series left now, and none of these are particularly cheap. I think literally, if we realistically, oh, hang on, realistically, oh, silly boy. Realistically, what you see on screen, so the 2 that are open and the 4 that are grayed out, I could get all of those open and completed before the game is completed or ended on the 20th of March. 1 exclusive series per week. Then after that, it does get quite expensive. And I'm just not in the mood to do the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro. I don't want to finish the game racing that bloody car. I'd like to finish the game racing the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo, but it's just so expensive. Those 20, the remaining 7 upgrades are going to cost over 2,500 gold. That's just silly. That's just silly. But there we go. That's it. There we go. So close and yet so far. Exclusive series sits overall at 89%. And the road collection at 95%. I do see that going up to 96% at some point next week. Fingers crossed. Okay, there we go. That's the end of racing for today. Game off screen. Mute its audio. Right. So I've done a Friday stream because I didn't do one on Tuesday. So the next stream will be on Monday. Doing the same sort of thing. And you know what? Having been given that a little bit of gold, I feel a little bit, enthused about doing a bit of racing, especially as I've got multiple cars and multiple series to race in. That's always good. Be nice if they gave us a bit more gold. And I've got to remember, I actually seem to have lost 1,000 gold. Apparently, it was 1,000 gold and a couple of cars, and I just got 1,000 gold and no cars. So I feel like I'm owed 1,000 gold. I'll see if there's an opportunity of raising a ticket, see if I can get that sorted. We'll see. Probably not. Never mind. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, and thank you very much to those that have already done so and those that have done it this evening, very much appreciated. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, then please subscribe to the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on YouTube, or follow the channel, The Fifth Guardian, on Rumble. That being said, all that it remains for me to do is wish you all, whatever is left of your evening, a very good one, or your day, a very good one. Hope you all have fantastic weekends, and I hope to see you all on Monday. So until then, thank you and goodbye.